Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Lakeview High School's 2018 graduation ceremony. Commencement is an academic ceremony backed by nearly 1,000 years of history and tradition. It is a day of joy and celebration where we honor the accomplishments of our students and send them off to find their futures. Thus, we respectfully request your cooperation in giving the students and their families the respect and dignity they deserve by providing an opportunity for all of our graduates to be appropriately recognized. Therefore, we ask that you honor our graduates with applause only, refraining from catcalls, whistles, etc. To ensure everyone can see the seniors as they enter the auditorium, we ask that you remain seated throughout the processional. At this time, please check to ensure that your cell phone is turned off. And on behalf of the class of 2018, we thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the class of 2018. Please welcome to the stage Mr. Dylan Schaefer, President of the Class of 2018, for the traditional passing of the anchor ceremony.
Good evening, and welcome to the graduation ceremony of the Lakeview Class of 2018. On the stage are the graduating seniors, and towards the front of the stage are the top 10 honor students. We, the Class of 2018, have spent many years developing into what we are tonight, a very diverse, unique, and special group of seniors. However, we all have one thing in common. We all graduate, marking the end of our high school years. Our time together may end tonight, but our friendships never will. We will always have memories to cherish and take with us as we pursue our individual dreams. Would the other senior class officers, Vice President Jared McGowan, Secretary Paige Oliver, Treasurer Pierce Bowser, and Jensen Troy, the junior class president, please join me on stage. We, the class of 2018, have spent many years preparing to lift our anchor and set sail. As we part, we'd like to pass this anchor to the class of 2019. As you lower this anchor, remember it is a symbol of security, unity, and scholarship. From the class of 2018 to the class of 2019, best wishes.
On behalf of the junior class, I accept this anchor. With this, we will continue to strive for academic excellence. From the class of 2019 to the class of 2018, we wish you the best of luck for the future.
Thank you. At this time, please welcome to the podium Lakeview High School Guidance Counselor, Mr. James Morris.
Thank you. Each year, the class valedictorian and salutatorian are asked to select a staff member to present them at tonight's ceremony. Tonight's valedictorian has selected an individual who has been with our staff for 32 years, and he's head of the high school computer department. Would you please welcome to the podium Mr. William May.
Thank you, Mr. Morris. It is my absolute honor and privilege tonight to introduce to you the 2018 valedictorian of Lakeview High School, Sierra DeMarche. One of the enjoyable aspects of teaching at a small school like Lakeview is that we as teachers get to know our students, not just as students, but as individuals. And one of those students for me has been Sierra DeMarche. When she first walked into my classroom as a 9th grader, I recognized her last name. You see, I'm from Butler and a local history buff. And I wondered if by chance that she might be related to Chester DeMarche, who owned a historic movie theater on my town's Main Street. She said that that was her great uncle. Small world. And thus, I got to start to get to know this outstanding and gifted young lady. She has told me many things about herself since that day. That she likes a good ghost story. She enjoys Broadway musicals. She loves to eat her grandmother's homemade linguine on Easter Sunday in Florida. Once she even dined on alligator. She works at PacSun at the Outlet Mall and in the summers at the Dairy Queen in Jackson Center. She plans to attend IUP in the fall and pursue a career as a nurse anesthetist. But what Sierra did not share with me, out of her genuine sense of modesty, was the list of all of her activities and accomplishments in and out of Lakeview High School. She was captain and four-year letter winner on our volleyball team, editor of the school yearbook, treasurer of student council, knitting club, and Students for Charity, vice president of the National Honor Society, a member of Bible Club, Ski Club, in the green team. She attended an environmental camp at SRU where her group was awarded a grant to help with our school's recycling program. She was a teenage volunteer at Grove City Medical Center. She was named Snowball Queen at this winter's dance. Served as a member of both the prom and homecoming courts. Pretty impressive resume, I would say. But even more amazing is that she managed to do all these things while maintaining a 4.43 GPA. One of the many admirable qualities of Sierra is a sense that all the things that I just mentioned to you were not done so she can stand on this stage tonight and be applauded. But because she strives to learn new things and strives to give back to both her school and her community. A few weeks ago, she came into my classroom to talk to me about what topic she should choose for a 20-page research paper in her honors English class. A couple of days later, she stopped by again to tell me that she had chosen the topic sleep. And as usual, I heard the sense of curiosity and enthusiasm in her voice. I've always admired the scholar in Sierra, as I knew that she just wasn't interested in getting that A. She was interested in gaining new knowledge and the self-satisfaction of a job well done. My father had a saying that character is what you show when no one is watching. And she is a perfect example of this. I have never heard or overheard her say an unkind word about anyone or anything. She always seems to have the sense of what is right and wrong, and her positive attitude could clear a cloudy day. Life is made up of comings and goings, and for everything we take with us, we leave something behind. As Sierra departs the halls of Lakeview, she will take with her the sense of belonging from growing up in this small, tight-knit community, as well as the strong sense of values passed on to her by her parents, Tony and Shelley DeMarsh. What she will leave behind will be the great examples that she has set for her sister Kennedy and all of our younger students. The examples of treating everyone with respect and kindness, striving for excellence in her classes, involvement in her school, and exemplary conduct. There is a story that is attributed to John Lennon of the Beatles. And the story goes that when John Lennon was in school, his teacher gave the class an assignment to write about what they wanted to be when they grew up. John Lennon took pencil in hand and he wrote one word down on a sheet of paper and placed it on the teacher's desk. The teacher read that lone word and walked over to John. She said, "John, you only wrote the word happy. I don't think you understood the assignment." John Lennon looked up at the teacher and said, "I don't think you understand life." That is my wish for Sierra, that as she continues on with her journey, that not only she achieves success in college and her career, but most importantly, that she live a happy life. Sierra, you have fought the good fight. You have finished this race and kept the faith. I will miss you, and Godspeed. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the microphone Lakeview High School's valedictorian of the class of 2018, Sierra Christine DeMarsh.
If there is anything I have learned in my past 3 years of taking yearbook with Mr. Edney, it is to never actually tell someone they are being interviewed in order to obtain the most realistic answer. So, I went ahead and inconspicuously asked numerous Lakeview teachers from our past and present what exactly they thought about the class of 2018. The words from the people whom we have bonded and interacted with every day include driven, respectful, and vivacious. The Lakeview High School class of 2018 is competitive, a good mix of academics and athletes, and hardworking. The teachers of Lakeview believe we are go-getters, kind-hearted, and supportive of one another. Together, our class is outstanding, energetic, and extremely friendly. Our fun-loving nature and generosity set us apart from other classes. As a whole, we are a good bunch, loved by our peers, and quite possibly the most favorite senior class. I also had more than one teacher tell me that we are all super weird, but in a good way. So my first piece of advice to you all would be, as Mr. Gadsby famously says, don't be weird. First impressions stick with you, and they take time to change. Lasting impressions are formed over long periods of time, like the years of high school. Our class has clearly left an impression on the teachers and staff of Lakeview. However, as individuals, we each leave a different impression than that of the whole. Tonight, when we walk out of Lakeview for quite possibly the last time ever, this portion of our lives may be considered over. I would not like to think of it as an ending, but rather as a new beginning. The majority of us have spent day in and day out with one another for 13 years, and we have gotten to know each other very well. Whether we have chosen to attend college, head to the workforce, or serve in our armed forces, we will be compelled to establish new connections outside of our close-knit Lakeview community. Making friends in kindergarten was as easy as saying, hey, let's be friends. But in the real world, our beliefs and virtues will be challenged. We will be leaving the comfort of our own set routines and friendships to make new, lasting impressions on those we are destined to meet. We may grow in a variety of ways, but the values instilled in us since we were young sailors will be untouchable. One day, you will be just a memory for some people. Try to make it a good one while you can. Think of your fellow classmates surrounding you up on this stage on this particularly hot and memorable evening. You have personally made an impression on each of their lives, whether you have realized it or not. When they reminisce on their time spent at Lakeview, they will remember the type of person you were in high school. Years from now, memories and impressions we hold about our fellow classmates may fade away from our daily thoughts. However, if we happen to dust off our yearbooks or relive our glory days at our class reunions, they will all come flooding back to us. Some will make us laugh. Some will make us think, what were we thinking, or how am I not still grounded? Not all memories will be reflective of who you believe yourself to be. It is important to be unafraid to show the world your true self so that others can know the true you. Thank you to all in the crowd for attending this celebration of the last 13 years of our lives and the beginning of the rest. To the parents, thank you for raising my classmates to have morals imprinted into their personas that will prove to be beneficial in the future. Thank you to the members of the administration for allowing our time here at Lakeview to sail smoothly. Thank you to all the teachers for inspiring us and for impacting us in indescribable ways over the years. I'm also very thankful for my guests in the audience for always supporting me and loving me through everything that I do. Congratulations to all of tonight's graduates. I would like to thank you all for giving me a memorable high school experience. We made our mark on Lakeview in our own unique way, and you have all made an impression on who I turned out to be. I would truly have not wanted to be a part of any other class but the class of 2018. Thank you.
Thank you, Sierra. This year's salutatorian has selected a member of our staff who's only been with us for a few years. He's a tremendously gifted artist who has a rare ability to teach his students and to raise their skills to new levels. Would you please welcome to the stage Mr. Garrett Wisner.
Thank you, Mr. Morris. Today it is my great honor and privilege to introduce an incredibly special young woman and the Lakeview High School class of 2018 salutatorian, Taylor Maxwell. When I started working for Lakeview School District just 4 years ago, Taylor was a freshman. Even as a 9th grader, it was overtly clear that Taylor was exceptional. She was driven and possessed an unrelenting, fiery passion, not just for art, but for all her studies and pursuits. She has excelled in so many areas and achieved so much that it would take hours for me to list everything. I'd likely melt under these stage lights before I got a quarter of the way through. Academically, she's earned a GPA of over 4.0. Honestly, I didn't even know that was possible. She's taken college-level classes as a high school student. I barely did that as a college student. Athletically, she has earned letters for track 4 years in a row, qualified for districts in as many years, actually won districts in pole vaulting this year, qualifying her for states and earning a new school record. She really set a high bar, 10 feet and 6 inches to be exact. Artistically, Taylor produces work at a professional level, and she has been since 9th grade. This created a unique and humbling challenge for me as an educator. How do I teach a student who probably doesn't need my help? I did my best to push her, to challenge her. I asked a tremendous amount from Taylor, and she rose to the occasion every single time. Taylor, I want you to know that it has been one of the most rewarding experiences of my life having you as a student. I'm sad to see you go, but I'm also very happy for you. I'd wish you good luck, but I don't think you need it. You're going to do great things. Now, everyone, please join me in welcoming the Lakeview High School's 2018 salutatorian, Miss Taylor Maxwell.
A couple of my classmates asked if I could let them stand up and stretch before I started, so if you want to do that in the audience too, feel free to. I have to get this out anyway. Yeah, it's hot. All right. Thank you, Mr. Wisner, for introducing me. I would like to take a minute here and just thank you overall for encouraging me to complete countless art projects and serving as an advisor for Art Guild, and for introducing me to a lot of new music and a lot of weird ways to do art projects. You've made the last 4 years infinitely more fun and full of creativity. As Mr. Wisner stated, my name is Taylor Maxwell, and on behalf of the senior class, I would like to extend a just giant thank you to all of the faculty members of not only the high school, but the middle school and elementary school too. Without you and your combined dedication, none of us would be here. I'm a little nervous. I would also like to thank all the parents who have raised us these last 18 years. Thank you for teaching us how to talk and to walk and not be afraid of the dark. And thank you especially to my parents for dealing with me for the last 4 years. Like, seriously, thank you so much. The group that deserves the most thanks, though, is the group that's on stage with me today. We as graduates have grown up these last 13 years together, and we've experienced the nervousness of every first and the bittersweetness of every last. Now we get to experience the excitement and uncertainty that comes with graduation. Being from such a small town, it's hard not to know nearly everything about one another, but oddly enough, looking back, I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. I'm grateful that I grew up in a town where there's a handful of places to be and even fewer things to do. A town where our idea of fun ranges from driving our tractors to school and going to the Great Stoneborough Fair to see animals that most of us have in our backyards. I've watched the friends that I will have for life grow up alongside me. The girl I sat next to in art class and spent summers playing video games with became my best friend. The boy I had a crush on in middle school eventually had a crush on me too, only it was way later. Our class went from being casual friends to having a full-blown group chat over the course of one honors semester. My point is, Lakeview has a tendency to produce some really wonderful people. I could stand here and say that this is all the district's doing, but it really isn't. Instead, it's the people on stage today that made it happen for themselves. The dedication of my peers and everything that they do has made them bright, athletic, and passionate young adults. Represented in this class are state qualifiers in academic games, speech and debate, chambers, envirothon, cross-country, track, wrestling, and softball, and I probably forgot one in there. Members of this class have taken it upon themselves to set and reach their own goals. It takes a special type of person to want to compete in academic games, or to want to run 3.1 miles as fast as they can, or to even want to be as best as they can be. The most impressive thing about all that is it's the people that I grew up with that are doing all these amazing things. These are the people that will someday be breaking records, teaching my children, and engineering new technology. But remember, none of you are going to be a different person after you walk across the stage, or next week, or next month. You're all the same person, and that's the beauty of it. Every single one of you has reached this point on your own. Everything that comes next, you get to decide and curate for yourselves, by yourselves. And you can do it, I promise. The world is not a perfect place, and it never will be. One person cannot change the world, and it is naive to think otherwise. But the power of being callow and wide-eyed is not something that should be underestimated. Be sure of yourself when you really shouldn't be. Tell people what you really think. Have ridiculous dreams. Make mistakes. We're all going to fail a lot, but failure leads to growth, and growth leads to anything you want it to. This is all pretty cliche, but I honestly believe the class has the potential to do anything you guys set your hearts on. Whether that be pursuing multiple academic degrees or milking cows for the rest of your life. Do what makes you smile, and above all, make it count. Thank you.
At this time, we would like to recognize the many alumni parents of our seniors. At this time, would those Lakeview graduate parents who are seated in the audience please stand and be recognized? These students would not be on stage this evening without the support, dedication, and teaching excellence of the Lakeview School District. As they stand as a group with the class of 2018 and the audience, please join me in giving appreciation to our teachers, administrators, aides, paraprofessionals, support staff, and members of the School Board of Education for the Lakeview School District. Last Friday, the Mercer County Career Center held their graduation ceremony, and I would like to recognize the Lakeview seniors who received certificates from various programs. I would ask you to hold your applause until all the graduates are standing. Luke Amon, Lauren Best, Melvin Byler, Justin Chafee, Asia Courtney, Andrew Edney, Jesse Gepfert, Haley Hines, Dylan Janino, Douglas Lumley, Austin Matheson, Gregory McClure, Kyanne Reynolds, Wyatt Slater, Casey Sullivan, Jessica Teets, Turner Yates, and Hadley Yeagley. Let's give them a nice round of applause. At this time, it's my honor to welcome to the podium the president of the Lakeview School Board, Mrs. Renee Jenkins.
Thank you, Mr. Blakely. On behalf of the Lakeview Board of Education, it is my pleasure to welcome our faculty, staff, honored guests, and of course our graduates. Over the past 4 years, the class of 2018 has distinguished itself in the classroom, in athletic competition, and in the community. This class of 102 soon-to-be graduates includes 19 members of the National Honor Society, 54 graduates who have contributed to the success of the LHS sports programs, 7 members of Students for Charity, and 5 graduates who will be serving our country in the armed forces. Tonight, I would like to share with you 3 steps for a successful transition from the walls of LHS to your next journey. As you notice, I did not say steps to success. Success is different for everyone. Whether it's personal or professional, we are always looking to improve some area of our life. In the words of Albert Einstein, try not to become a person of success, but rather try to become a person of value. So let's go ahead and get started. Step 1, do what you are good at and what you love. I often find that this basic principle is difficult for most. We've heard from family and loved ones that if you can dream it, you can do it. Well, this is only true if you possess the talent and skills for that which you dream of. Let me use myself as an example. As a young girl, I had many dreams. One particular dream was that of being a marine biologist. Now, anyone who knows me knows that while I say I like the water, I really don't like getting wet. I love the beach, but I don't like to stand in the water only up until my ankles because I'm afraid of the creepy crawly things that are underneath there that I can't see. So, what do I like? Money. I like numbers, and the more zeros, the better. So for me, what I've loved, numbers, has been a great fit for the corporate finance and accounting roles I've held within my career. What do you do well? What do you love? Is there a place where those 2 dimensions intersect? Step 2, try new things. I found the following quote with an anonymous author: do one thing every day that scares you. Within this school district and surrounding communities, we tend to get caught up in only the things we know. There is a whole huge, diverse world out there beyond these walls. Go explore, meet new people, try new things. What I can guarantee is that this community will always be your roots and foundation. Step 3, avoid comparing your progress or success to everyone else. I blame current social media venues for this big pitfall. And parents, I look to you for continued support of your students no matter what they do. What do I mean by these statements? Social media, while successful at keeping people connected beyond geographic boundaries, is often detrimental in getting caught up with the share and compare game. Each and every one of you is a unique individual. You have your own identifiable strengths and weaknesses. Other than graduating from LHS, each and every aspect of your life is unique. Comparing yourself to others without considering these factors can take your own personal achievements and make them feel more like a personal failure. Relish in what you do accomplish. Forgive yourself for what you don't. Graduates, the next stage of your journey is about to begin. For some of you, that journey will be the additional education in the form of 2-year schools, technical schools, certificate programs, or 4-year degree programs. For others, your next step is military duty in the form of the National Guard, Reserves, or active duty. Finally, there are others who will be joining our workforce this evening. Enjoy your journey, be thankful for where you've been, and look forward to what is ahead. To the members of the class of 2018, the board extends to each of you congratulations, and we wish you the best of luck as you begin your next journey in life. Thank you. At this time, I would like to introduce Dr. Henley Hogue, the superintendent of the Lakeview School District.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed my pleasure to welcome family and friends to this important celebration for the Lakeview senior class of 2018. To our students on stage, congratulations on the completion of your high school career. You made it. Tonight is a special night for you. It culminates 13 years of school, and it is a rite of passage to launch you into a new journey in life. Mr. Blakely just recognized our Mercer County Career Center graduates, and now I am very honored to recognize some special seniors as well. Throughout the year, the Lakeview School Board and Administration honors individuals either in school or out of school who have made Lakeview a better place. At the end of the year, we traditionally recognize 2 seniors who have also made a positive difference in our district over the years. The entire teaching staff selected the following students who earlier today received the coveted Sailor Pride Award. I will ask that they stand as I introduce them to you. Jamie Obriza, Pierce Bowser. Let's give them a round of applause. Attendance plays a very big role in being successful at school or at work. Achieving perfect attendance this year, Hannah Drzezinski. Hannah, please stand. Achieving perfect attendance over the past 2 years, Jamie Obriza. Achieving perfect attendance over the last 6 years, Benjamin Kimmel. Benjamin. I also like to recognize 2 students who achieved the highest honors possible while in Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts. Earning the prestigious Eagle Award in Boy Scouts, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Andrew Edney. Earning the prestigious Gold Award in Girl Scouts, Hannah Drzezinski. And now it is an extreme honor to recognize 7 students who upon graduation tonight will be entering into the armed forces. As I read their names and as they stand, let's give each student a round of applause. Entering the Army, Tristan Schaefer. Austin Matheson. The Navy, Jonathan Windhurst, Cassidy Gadsby. The Air Force, Caitlin Smith. The Marines, Gregory Furlan and Luke Amon. As they stand as a group entering the military, let's give them a stirring round of applause. Our military students. Finally, seniors, or should I say soon-to-be graduates, your legacy includes those that have set you apart, your academic achievements, your excellence in athletics and fine arts, your community service, your leadership, and caring for each other. I will paraphrase Tony Orr and share 4 tips that will assist you in life upon leaving Lakeview High School this evening. Number 1, use your time wisely. Time is a gift, so don't waste it. Take the time to work hard and play hard. Don't waste time on anger. However, use time to make a difference in your life and the lives of others. Number 2, keep learning. The end goal of education is to prepare you to analyze a situation, review relevant information, and make informed decisions. Keep reading, keep learning, and keep thinking. Number 3, work hard. This world owes you nothing. Very little is accomplished without shedding blood, sweat, and tears. Work hard indeed. And finally, number 4, build and maintain positive relationships. The old country cliche is true. If you lie with dogs, you will get fleas. Michael Gardner, president of NBC News, once wrote, "Life is too short to wake up with regrets. So love the people who treat you right. Forget about the ones who don't. Believe everything happens for a reason. If you get a chance, take it, and if it changes your life, let it." Seniors, you have certainly enhanced the reputation of our school, and you have embodied the winning attitude of a Lakeview sailor, hopefully for life. You have developed the intellectual and ethical core that has earned you the right to be presented a Lakeview High School diploma. You should be as proud of this accomplishment as we are. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors and invite you to continue to remain connected to the Lakeview School District. Remember, once a sailor, always a sailor. For this, the school board, administrators, and teachers will always remember and thank you. Congratulations and best wishes to the class of 2018.
The Lakeview School Board and the Pennsylvania Department of Education set certain standards for graduation from high school. Dr. Hogue, I hereby certify that all students listed as the class of 2018 in our program have met these standards and are awarded a diploma and are to be awarded a diploma as graduates of the Lakeview High School.
Thank you for the official announcement, Mrs. Snyder. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome to the podium Mr. William May, who will formally present the class of 2018.
Alexa Leanne Arbogast. Kendra May Benton. Sierra Christine DeMarche. Hannah Marie Drzezinski. Kara Elizabeth Fulton. Taylor Ray Maxwell. Donovan Roy Mauk. Paige Eileen Oliver. Janine Rose Sturgeon. Jana Ann Uri. Gavin Stephen Aiden. Christopher John Elias. Jonathan Lee Amon. Luke Blaine Amon. Victoria K. Beggs. Samantha Grace Benefield. Lauren Rosemary Best. Caitlin Jean Boothner. Pierce John Bowser. Melvin J. Byler. Justin A. Chafee. Jenna Nicole Claypool. Sean Edward Klein. Asia Lene Courtney. Sawyer Edward Doherty. Shane Douglas Dennis. Clarissa Pearl DeMaria. Andrew John Edney. Gregory Dean Furlan, Jr. Cassidy Justine Gadsby. Garrett Keith Gadsby. Morgan Renee Gander. Christian Patrick Garland. Jesse Richard Gepfert. Cecily Danae Greggs. Hannah Lee Grimm. James Maurice Grossman III. Antoine Lamar Haley. Mitchell Vaughn Hansen. Jada Marie Heckman. Alexa Ann Hedgelin. Haley Elizabeth Hines. Johanna Rebecca Hooker. Nicole Renee Hostetler. Peyton K. Hostetler. Anastasia Marie Havis. Kaylee Nicole Ignat. Michael Paul Jacob. Dylan Earl Janino. Tiana Lynn Johnson. Aaron Bailey Kanya. Lillian Joe Katavich. Micah Paul Kochik. Caleb Michael Kennedy. Benjamin Joseph Kimmel. Hunter James King. Catherine Marie Kokoski. Brian James Cope. Tiffany Brianne Copta. Tyler Dwayne Lightcap. Douglas Lee Lumley. Austin Michael Matheson. Brandon Lee MacArthur. Gregory Andrew McClure. Jared Cole McGowan. Brittany Marie Moon. Aaron Matthew Kyle Moore. Exie Marie Mauk. Dakota Daniel Murray. Trenton Alexander Novak. Jamie Lee Obriza. Nathan Alex Partridge. Leah Marie Peck. Delaney Marie Poole. Brianna Ashley Priester. Kyan Anthony Reynolds. Gabrielle Elizabeth Rogers. Brandon Allen Saylor. Marley Page Sanders. Tristan Braden Schaefer. Dylan Russell Schaefer. Wyatt Zebulon Slater. Caitlin Faith Smith. Thomas Richard Stamp. Casey Dawn Sullivan. Jessica Ray Teets. Noah John Temple. Morgan Field Thompson. Zachary Ryan Tingley. Zachary Michael Uri. Hunter Lee Wagler. Cynthia Dawn Walker. Ashley Elaine Watts. Tori Lee Wheeler. Jillian Page Williams. Jonathan Paul Windhurst, Jr. Michaela Beth Womer. Turner Bradley Yates. Hadley Nicole Yegley. Tyler Richard Zabrovius. Mrs. Snyder will now conclude this evening's graduation ceremony.
Graduates, please rise. It is my privilege to introduce you to Lakeview High School's 2018 graduates. At this time, would the senior class choir members please come forward with Miss Tiana Johnson to lead us in the singing of our alma mater. This concludes our 2018 commencement. Members of the audience are asked to please remain in your seats until all graduates and faculty members have exited the auditorium. You are encouraged to meet and visit with the class of 2018 outside in the courtyard or in front of the high school. Congratulations and have a wonderful evening. Congratulations.